Welcome back. It's day 4. You are cruising along, and this is the midway point of your lead magnet. So that is awesome. Today, we are going to be talking about email sequences, and I will be showing you how to connect it to your form so that you can start building your list. All right, once we are inside Kajabi, we come over to marketing, and we go over to email campaigns. And the first time you come in here, it will look like this. So you click Get Started, and I'm going to be starting with an email sequence. I'm going to call this my freebie sequence and continue. If I had a name for my freebie, I'd be using that, but I haven't thought far enough ahead to know what my freebie would be, so I'm just calling it freebie. But I do recommend that you put the name for your freebie for all of these things, the form and the email sequence. That will just be more helpful for you down the road. So Kajabi gives you a bunch of templates. So these templates look great. And if I click on slice, for instance, they're like, wow, this looks awesome. It's colorful and it's got some nice pictures. If I get started and use this template, I can't change the words here. This is just one picture. So it becomes less awesome. It's great to show you what could be if you've got graphics and whatnot, designed maybe in Canva. You are building graphics for an email like this, and this could be some inspiration on kind of how to do that. But don't be confused and think that Kajabi is going to let you edit any of these images. So for instance here, picture, you can't replace this picture and keep the word welcome and thanks for signing up there. This is a picture that already has all of that on it and it's just inserted as a picture. So while these emails are very pretty, I find that the simple text email way down here is the best. It is simple. You don't have to delete a whole bunch to start using it. And so get started. And this is going to be welcome. So this will be freebie welcome and create. All right, so look up here at the breadcrumbs. Remember I mentioned you can navigate through these. Here I've got the email I'm working on. Here I've got the sequence, and here I've got the same as this. So clicking this, and this is going to give me the same thing. But this is the actual sequence of emails, and this is the email I'm working on right now. So first of all, it says day 1, and I want this to be day 0. When you set it to day 0, it will be sent immediately after someone subscribes to the sequence, which means as soon as they fill out the form, they get sent this email. The internal title is the freebie welcome, and I'm giving it that because it's just what they get as soon as they submit that form. So the subject is, here is my freebie for you to have. You can put whatever you want in there. The preview text you can fill out or leave blank. Click in to download the freebie. And then here you have the content of the email, and you have to click on that to edit it. So here you can see it's got hi, wiggly brackets, first name, wiggly brackets. I'm going to click here. Over in the toolbar, I get some more details. And this bit here is a personalize. So there's all these personalize options. And these first name, last name ones work real great. So this is going to be hi, first name. And here's the message. If I hit back, we can see that I've got 2 sections here, a text section and a button section in my email. I can also add more sections. I could add a divider. And underneath the divider, I could add some social icons. And if I decided I wanted those social icons at the top, I could click on that and I could drag them up to the top. I can come into the divider and I can change the divider color. So notice here, this palette is the branded palette that you set up, or that I set up here specifically on day one. This isn't the Kajabi palette. If I didn't do that, this would be the Kajabi palette, and I'd have to actually put in the specific details for my colors, which would be a pain. So if you haven't set your color palette up, go back and do that. And I can change the background color. And in this case, I'm going to hit this guy down here for transparent and basically invisible. And I'm going to change the color palette to this. Now, if you're looking for some color palettes, you don't have one yet, then I suggest going to the website Coolors, COOLORS.co. And they just have they've got some great tools to explore colors there. So that's kind of fun. And yeah, so there's my divider. If I hit the back button here, I come back to see my sections. This button I want centered, so I click on it right here. I can also hover over here, and not in the text area, but outside of it, I can click, and I again get jumped over to it here. And alignment centered. And text, read more, download here. And download here. Click to download. And so now my button can be set up for an action. And there is a go to a landing page, checkout page, download a file, go to URL, or open a pop-up checkout as options. I'm going to go download a file, and then here I can actually pick, the file that gets downloaded. And that's pretty great. And so I don't have a file for this, but if I did, I would add it there. I can change some settings about this button. And sometimes you might want a section to be hidden on a desktop and available on mobile, or vice versa, hidden on mobile and available on desktop. And you can do that with those buttons under the desktop and mobile layout. So that is basically how the email editor works. And if you want to change the fonts, you can click over here to settings and go to typography. Be warned, some custom fonts aren't supported in email clients, but you do get some controls here. And then you have to say use custom fonts. And you get some sizing controls and all of that good stuff there. So enough of that. This is supposed to be about email sequences, not setting up an email. Anyways, I'm going to save this. I'm going to hit this save and close. Now you can see that my email is edited. And I don't know why Google Translate is looking at Portuguese, but we'll close that. All right, so I'm going to save this. Email sequence has been successfully updated. Perfect. Why am I still looking at this? I thought I should be leaving. You're not going to leave unless you come back up here and click on this guy, freebie, to come to the actual sequence. So here is my sequence. I've got one email. If I want another one, I just click this, add an email, and I'm going to come back to simple text, blah, 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 do all of that again. And looks like I don't have my breadcrumbs up here. So I'm just going to jump back to email campaigns. Here's my freebie, 1 email over 0 days. I'm going to click that. And that's how you add new emails. If I want to see what this email looks like, I can just click back onto that. And here's my email, so I can edit it again. What I'm actually going to just take a moment to do, because I did, add some stuff. I didn't actually link any of these socials to socials, but I did some stuff. And so I'm going to save this as a template. And I'm going to say basic email and create. And now it'll just save me some customizations that I won't have to do every single time. All right, so here again is my email sequence. I can come into the settings and I can change the name of it. I can change when these emails are sent. And I can do some automations. So these are all things that you are certainly welcome to explore. Now that I saved that email template, it's up here at the top, which is nice and easy for me to use. So I'm going to get started with this day 1 email. And everything looks good. This is going to be sent day 1 at, let's go 6 in the morning. And how do you like it? And save. And so now when I come back to my email sequence, I can see that it has 2 emails, immediately and then day 1, which is 1 day after immediately. And you can set up as many emails as you want. Typically with a lead magnet or a freebie, I like to have about 5 emails. The one that gets sent to them right away to give them what it is they're looking for, and then a few emails, days 1 and days 2 and days 3, that just talk about that freebie, add some more value to it, ask them if they've been engaging with it, maybe give them some insight into it that wasn't included in it, some extra value. And then in days 4 and 5, maybe I'll share my story or why I do what I do, just to help them to get to know me a little bit better. You can set up as many emails as you want and do whatever you want with them with the email sequence. And once my email sequence is created, I need to link it to my form. And there's 2 ways that I can do this. First of all, right up here in a subscribe trigger, and I can add a trigger. Now, notice the then action is grayed out, and I choose the when action here. So when I've got this big list of activities, that things that people could do, I'm going to come down to form is submitted. Then a new drop down appears and I choose which form. I choose my freebie form and I hit save. Now I have one subscribe trigger of when the form is submitted, and it's the freebie form. Exactly what I want. So that wraps up today's email sequence bit of our landing pages. We've got our form done now, we've got an email sequence created, and we've connected them with automations. Tomorrow, we're going to get our landing page created, put our form onto that page, and then be ready to go and start building our email list. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you then.